G'day guys, welcome back. So I've had a bit of a colour spree there with the gold and silver and black, so I think I'm kind of done with that now, but I'm loving this Sargent's gold metallic paint. So I'm going to try with some blues today, golds and blues, and throw in a little bit of black just for some contrast, because it's basically blue and yellow. I'm expecting to get some green, but that's okay. Sort of bluey, greeny, oceany colours with a bit of gold for sand kind of thrown in. That'll be nice, bit of ocean colours. But before I get started, I'll show you a couple of pours that I did recently. This was the first one I did. Again, when I had my little run of aqua and copper and blue and white. I think I did 4. I might have only shown you 3 videos, but I did 4 of them. That was the first one. It's just on my thick card, and I'm going to be selling these. You can easily frame them, or you can resin them and use them as placemats. So that's them there. They're going to be pretty easy to post overseas because they're lightweight and they're not thick, so it should be much easier than canvases. So that was the first one. And then, so that was the flip cup pour. And then I did this one, which was the ribbon pour. Sort of just, you know, poured out like that. So I've got a lot more negative space. Got some white there with no cells in it. So that was that one. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see the copper shining there, but it's really pretty. So that's that one. At the end of this video, I'll show you the big ones that I did. They're just over there, standing up. They won't fit across here because they're too big, but I'll show you those after the video when I take you down for a close-up of this one. Right, so pouring medium today is 60% glue, 40% water. Now, Global paints are doing my head in. What are you doing, Global? I bought a new bottle of the 2-litre Cool Blue, and the Cool Blue was one of the colours that was really thick, and I had to water it down to get the good consistency. All of a sudden, you pour it out of the jug, out of the bottle, and it's so thin. So I started with 50 grams of pouring medium and added my 50 grams of paint, and it was just like water. So I added another 20 grams of paint, still wasn't getting a mound. I ended up putting in 100 grams of paint. So 2 parts paint to 1 part pouring medium. Can't believe it. I don't know what they're doing. I'm only just getting a little mound now. So I'm going to leave it at that. So yeah, not impressed, Global. What are you doing? If they're going to do that to all their paints, I'm going to have to go back to my 70-30 mix because it's just too thin now. Righto, I'm going to lay my paints, and I'll show you what colours I'm using. Treadmill silicone for cells, and I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. Oops, you got 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to have 4. I had to add so much more paint to that one, so I've got more of that. 1, 2, 3. I'll just do 3 in these others, and I won't do any in the black. So I wanted a lot of gold, so I've got 2 cups of gold, because I figured if you're going to have 1, 2, 3 cups of blue and a black, you really need extra gold, otherwise it's going to get lost. So 2 cups of gold. And what I discovered also using this paint, which I thought was quite interesting, when I just did my flip cups, the gold didn't really show up that much. But then when I did my flip and drags, the gold showed up, and I got that nice covering of gold over the surface, which was really pretty. Where are my gold ones? What have I done with them? I have to have a look, show you. Go away, fly. There's another fly in my studio. I don't know, I'm stirring that one again. Oh, here's one of them. shown you this one before. It's pretty much dry now. I'm not going to run my hand over it because I think it's a little bit damp still in the middle there. But look how pretty and shimmery that gold and silver is. Hopefully you can pick that up. So this is what I mean about the coat of the gold and the silver over the top that I get from the flip and drags, which I don't get from just the regular flip cups, which is pretty interesting. So I'm going to go for 3 flip cups today. I think I've stirred these enough. Did you guys see my fudge video? I bet you were all shocked, hey? Waiting for a pouring video and up came a cooking one. I don't know if I'll keep doing them. There's just so many people asked me for my fudge recipe. I thought I was making it anyway for work, for the girls at work, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just video it since I'm doing it anyway. I think you guys have enjoyed watching it. A lot of people have said they've made it and they love it, so that's a good. Righto. Cover that with some gold. So 2 layers of paint as usual. So use half your cup in your first layer. Make sure it's not too thin, otherwise it's just going to fall straight through and mix in the cup, and you don't want it mixing in the cup. You want it staying relatively separate in the cup so that when you've flipped it out, your colours aren't blending too much and you're getting nice bright colours. If your paints are too thin, they're going to blend too much and yeah, they're just going to get muddy. So if you're getting muddy colours, thicken your paints up. And to do that, just add more paint or less pouring medium or less water, whatever it is you're using to thin your paints down. Right, this is that beautiful bright blue, cool blue it's called, the one that's given me grief. So thin, I don't know what Global are doing, seriously guys. Maybe they figure they can save money or make some more money by making the paint thinner, watering it down, selling it for the same price, and then we have to use double the amount, don't we? So yeah, they're making money, we're not. Leave that tiny little bit of black left in there. I ended up having more paint than what I need because I've had to make up extra in that cool blue. So I've got more paint than I need. I was planning on making 600 grams of mixed paint for this canvas. This is a 30 by 40 centimetre or 12 by 16 inch. So 600 grams, but I probably got more like 650, 670, something like that. I'll just change this up a little bit and put my light blue next to the navy blue. Why not? You can do something a little bit different on your second layer. I made this blue myself. Again, Global. Make some pretty colours, you guys. Tired of having to make up all my own colours because they're not giving us what we want, us acrylic pourers. One of the Liquitex Basics colours, it's called Light Blue Permanent. Love it. Beautiful colour. That's it there. I matched it. See that? Look at that. It's pretty close, isn't it? So that was that one. Now, what do I want to do next? I think I'll put the gold in next and then finish off with some of that blue. Just going to fit this paint. I should have plenty of paint. I went through a stage where I thought, oh, maybe I should cut down on the amount of paint I'm using so that I can stretch it all out better. But now that I've changed the way that I'm pouring, I'm flipping it over, dragging it, tilting halfway, and then torching. I can probably get away with going back to using a little bit more paint because I'm not stretching my cells in the first instance. I'm only stretching them after I've tilted. So yes, I'll leave a tiny little bit of that. You never know when you might need it. Righto, let's flip. Oh, pretty. They're very full cups. I kind of splashed. Oh, just as well I didn't splash onto my paintings here. I missed it by about an inch. Only just missed. Just move these out of the way. So as I said, I've got 4 of those on card and they actually match. So I don't know, I might sell them as a set of 4. There's a lump in there. A lump of something. Oh, look at that gold. Isn't it beautiful? Such a pretty gold. I don't know why I didn't find it earlier. Beautiful. Righto. So the light blue was the Liquitex Basics in the light blue permanent, and I made up my own. I think it's pretty close. I will pop that up on a video. When I've got enough new colours, I'll make another video, because I did do the aqua green as well in the Liquitex Basics. I copied that one. So cool blue, and then the darker blue is my deep space, that's the navy, and then just some regular black, and hero of the pour, the Sargent's gold metallic. They do a few golds. They do an antique gold, and they do this gold, and they do an Aztec gold, but I prefer this one, just called gold. And I've probably got about half left. I'm going to have to buy some more. Amazon Prime, you guys, free shipping. Let me turn my air conditioner on. Getting a little bit warm in the studio. It's only, what time is it? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning. It's starting to warm up a bit. Look at those. Oh, wow. All right, let's do this. Hopefully we get a pretty pour. I haven't told you my ratios, have I? Oh, I'll talk to you about that as I go along. The gold, I did 100 grams of pouring medium to 120 grams of gold, and I just split that between 2 cups. The gold's very reactive. It makes me get cells right up off the bat. The black, I did 50 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of black, because the black's always a little bit on the thick side. The cool blue, I told you about that one. I ended up having 50 grams of pouring medium and 100 grams of paint, so I needed to thicken that one up. What else did I use? The navy, I did, that was 50 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of paint, because it's one of the ones that thickens up as well. Let me just cover my corners there. Dunskies. Alright, well, considering I had 2 cups of gold in there, it's not that prominent, but let's see what happens. It's funny, you know, I don't get these worms when I don't use the Sargent's gold, so I don't know. You guys know metallics are harder to use, but yeah, it's just different. I don't get the worms. Well, maybe the odd worm, but I certainly don't get as many as this. Maybe the gold doesn't like the silicone in it. Maybe that's why. Could be. Maybe I should try a pour without the silicone in the gold and put it in every other colour instead. Because like I said, I don't normally get these worms, so it may just be that the silicone isn't being incorporated into the gold paint. That's why I'm getting the little blobs of silicone that aren't being stirred in properly, and that's why when I drag they sort of stretch out. So it could be the reason. Only way to find out is to experiment, isn't it? Find out. Do another one with no oil in the gold. Okay, so that's that side covered, and I had plenty of paint, so I didn't have to worry about not getting my corners covered. Now I'll torch. Big boy's getting excited again at the prospect of torching. Comes out all guns blazing, he does. Okay, it's quite light. Maybe I didn't need to use this light blue. Maybe I should stick to just my dark blues and my gold. Because I don't really like that light. Love this bit. The darker blues with the gold, and then it's showing that little bit of green there. So, yep, I can see another one coming. And I won't put oil in my gold. I'll see how that goes. Take the light blue out and not put oil in the gold. Righto, let's walk up and down, up and down. Get over that corner there. Come this way. I want to just get over that corner, and then I can take that blob off and that blob off. They already went over on their own. Alrighty, and as you can see, my cells are pretty small because I had so much paint on there I didn't really stretch it out as much. Normally I would have, say, 500 grams of mixed paint on this size, and I think I had about 650, so it makes a difference because I can't stretch it, especially this middle piece. See, it's quite narrow. This is bigger, this is narrow, it's bigger because that one hasn't been able to stretch out. But what I could try and do is get it to go that way a little bit. Now what I need to do is I need to bring the weight of the paint back to the middle if I want this part to go. There's no point having the weight of the paint up here and expecting that to move. So have your weight of your paint where you want it to go. See, it's here at the moment. So let's see if I can take some of that blue off. Just see if I can stretch some of this out a bit. Those big blobby ones can go. Don't think about it, get rid of that worm though. Can't go that far. Come back. So I do like the cells to be a little bit bigger. So I'll do the same over here. Take some of this off. Down here. Just slowly letting the paint make its way down. Yeah, too much paint. It's just a waste, isn't it? Making up so much. You really don't need it all. Off you go, blobby black bit. Oh, all right, you can go too. Join your mate. Alright, so that's opened up the cells quite a bit. The middle section still hasn't been able to open that much. The sides are still pushing in on it. There's interesting colours. I don't mind those colours. Actually, now that a lot of that light blue's gone, it's not so bad. But I'm going to put my hand under here and see if I can get that middle bit to open. So that's the problem with having too much paint. You can't stretch the middle. And I've told you guys that before, and then I go and make too much paint. It's my own silly fault. Right, so considering I had so much gold in there, you can't really see it that much. Right, I'll take you down for a close-up, and then I'm going to scrape this and make up another batch. I won't put the light blue in it, and I'm only going to make up 500 grams, so less paint, and I'll show you guys what the difference is. Get rid of these gloves. This is gorgeous. Over here, not so much here. I don't know what's going on here. It's where that light blue is. glue may have been a bit too thick maybe, I don't know. Not sure what's happening there with it. Okay, let me go and get my camera. Still pretty though, isn't it? Alrighty, let's take you down for a close-up and I'll show you those big canvases that are standing over there. Okay, so can't see a lot of the gold. Those cells there are gorgeous. You can see the green showing up from the blending of the gold and the blue. Yeah, don't love that top section at all. Okay, so there's that one. And let me take you over here. There's these two big boys standing there next to each other. That one's a bit glary, isn't it? Which way can I go to get a better light? Maybe that way? Oh look, it goes on forever. It's a tall one, that one, 1.5 meters. I'll show you the little one first. See, there we go. Turned out really pretty. Copper's nice and shimmery and shiny. Where's the bottom? Oh, also going on forever. That's it. And then this one from the bottom. This is the one that was too thick. My paint's thickened up overnight and I wasn't happy with it, so I decided to swipe it. You can see the dark edge across the left hand side there. I put some navy blue on it. It's not getting a very good picture. The light's shining on it. Let me go and turn that bright spotlight off. I don't know if that's made any difference. I've got a window here behind me. It's a bit better, I guess. Okay, so there it is there. So yeah, I swiped it, got those little cells up, and then I balloon dipped it. Because I didn't want to waste so much paint. It's about 3 kilos of mixed paint. Righto, so that's them. I've got to stand way back over here to get them in. Right. But they'll go up somewhere in my house. Back to this little dude. Yeah, you're pretty cute, aren't you? Yeah. But you're not wonderful, so scrap you. Do you again. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.